important issue of my area. मैं पंजाब से आता हूँ। पटियाला में एक बरसाती नदी है जो पिछले दशकों से उस हमारे क्षेत्र में बहुत ज़्यादा नुकसान करती है। जनधन का नुकसान होता है, पशुधन का नुकसान होता है, फसलें तबाह होती हैं, आर्थिकता तबाह होती है। शहरों और गांव दोनों जगह पे लाखों लाख लोग प्रभावित होते हैं, परंतु पिछले कई दशकों से इस नदी का कोई पक्का इंतजाम नहीं किया गया। मेरी सरकार से अनुरोध है कि ये नदी जो हिमाचल से बनती है और हमारे मोहाली, पटियाला, संगरूर और बठिंडा जिले में 4 जिलों में ये नुकसान करती है, बहुत ज़्यादा तबाही लाती है, तो इसका कटिबद्ध किया जाए। यहाँ चेक डैम बनाए जाएं और चेक डैम के दोनों तरफ वहाँ पे जो है कोई तालाब बनाए जाएं जहाँ मछली पालन से लेकर एक तो किसानों की आय में जाती बढ़ोतरी होगी और दूसरा सिंचाई में ये पानी काम आएगा और तबाही से भी हमारा प्रदेश बच जाएगा। सो घग्गर नदी के बारे में मैं सरकार का ध्यान आपके द्वारा उठाना चाहता हूं, ले जाना चाहता हूं। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद, आपने समय दिया। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
Thank you, Chairman Madam, for giving me this opportunity to speak on a very important issue. Ma'am, I would like to raise the important issue of a tragic and deeply disturbing incident of self-immolation and death of a young student in Balasore, Odisha. So he has been facing mental harassment, victimization, and failure of institutional and administrative mechanisms to respond to her repeated claims. So he had escalated to her local MLA, local MP, the Chief Minister, Education Minister, even the Union Education Minister. But it fell into deaf ears. वो बेचारी बार-बार लड़ाई करती रही, लेकिन उसकी बात कोई नहीं सुना। मजबूरन वो अपने आप को जला के she died. And this is a very, very sad incident. So, ma'am, ऐसे ही घटना उड़ीसा में बार-बार होती आ रहे हैं। एक माइनर महिलाओं को 3 सदस्यों ने उनको जला के वो एम्स से भर्ती हुई है। हर दिन रेप्स होते रहते हैं, सेक्सुअल हरासमेंट की केस होती है। एंड उड़ीसा में अब 1 साल में देखोगे 40,000 के ऊपर महिलाएं निखोज है, बहुत सारी महिलाएं 15,000 के ऊपर सेक्सुअल हरासमेंट की केस है। हर दिन 8 रेप होता है। उड़ीसा का लॉ एंड सिचुएशन पूरा ही तहस नहस हो गया है सर। एंड मैं आपसे चाहता हूं इस पर्टिकुलर जो बालेश्वर का घटना है इसके लिए मेरे कुछ सुझाव है। देयर शुड बी ए टाइम बाउंड supervised investigation, suspension of negligent officials, mandatory campus safety audits, ICC constitution, POSH compliance, surveillance, 24/7 confidential digital complaint and tracking platform, a rapid harassment response protocol with 72 hours protective mandate, trauma counseling, witness and victim family protection and fast track trial. ये घटना फ्यूचर में जैसा ना हो इसके लिए सरकार को ध्यान देना चाहिए। यही बोल के अपनी बात को यहीं रखता हूँ। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद सर।
Thank you, Speaker Madam. I wish to raise concern about the need to revise the wage ceiling under the ESI scheme. Currently, workers earning above rupees 21,000 per month are excluded from ESI coverage. This limit has not been revised since 2017, despite rising wages and inflation resulting in the exclusion of lakhs of vulnerable workers from vital social protection. States like Karnataka have proposed scientific revisions to minimum wages with a draft notification suggesting monthly wages from rupees 19,000 to over rupees 34,000. I urge the government to expedite this process, raise the ESI ceiling to rupees 30,000 per month, institutionalize periodic revisions and safeguard existing beneficiaries through statutory amendments and stakeholder consultations. Thank you, Madam.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, sir. I rise to speak on Meghalaya's spiraling drugs crisis and epidemic in Meghalaya. I rise to expose the catastrophic failure threatening in Northeast, especially Meghalaya, which faces an unprecedented drugs with 10% of our population. That is 3 lakh people trapped in the addiction, horrifying increase from 2 lakhs just last year. Among youth aged 15 to 29, the prevalence rate reaches a devastating 30% of our populations in Meghalaya. The Meghalaya proximity to the Golden Triangle and Manipur's unrest have worsened trafficking. However, this hasn't been reflected in the custom inspection. Custom inspection, Mr. Speaker, sir, the Chairman, sir. Only 10% of anything that is entering India, only 10% is checked. Rest of the illegal trucks inside coming to the Meghalaya is not checked. That's why I would like to urge upon this government to kindly see that whatever is coming through the international border should be checked. Therefore, Mr. Speaker, sir, I urge the Union Ministry, Home Affairs, to immediately establish the National Drug eradication command to the northeast, provided funding and government-run rehabilitation center to onslaught the drugs menace in Meghalaya. One more, Speaker, sir. Instead of catching hold of the drugs cartel and mafia, the government of Chhattisgarh is holding the innocent two Christian nuns, which they were innocent, instead of catching all the drugs menace.
Okay, thank you.
Therefore, Mr. Speaker, sir,
thank you.
Without any proper
Thank you, Chairman, sir, for giving me an opportunity. I take this opportunity to inform this August House, through you, sir, that I represent Lakshadweep constituency, which is a scheduled tribe area. It's socially and economically backward, and now there is a notification which has been issued by the Revenue Department of Lakshadweep, which talks about acquiring Bitra Island, which is the smallest island in Lakshadweep, which is not more than a kilometer and not having more than 500 people living there. But it is having the largest economic zone because the lagoon of Bitra Island is the largest in terms of area. It's bigger than any island in Lakshadweep. Fishermen from all the islands, they go, camp there, fish, and it's a big economic opportunity for them. The pretext on which the Revenue Department is acquiring this land is national security. For the last so many decades, after independence, we have never had any issue of national security, sir. For national security, already Bitra Island is having a Coast Guard unit and a Navy unit. My humble suggestion, through you, sir, to the government is that immediately this notification should be withdrawn, which is an ill-conceived plan, which does not have any compensation, rehabilitation for those who are already existing
माननीय
there.
सदस्य श्री
I urge
रमाशंकर
the
राजभर जी,
government that this should be withdrawn.